teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They'll start on the ground with Scattergood. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McMullen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nice little juke. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
That's another Giants first down.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 9-yard line.
They'll run from the gun with Scalaboo. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. That one complete downfield to Thomas.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Second down and a yard. Up the middle, it's Jeanty.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
They'll go again with Jeanty.
And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's second and 8. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dalton Kincaid
from 8 yards out.
And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Giants offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's second best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. At the 39.
Brown goes in motion left. Scatterby going to run it out of the gun.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, You give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. To be under that, a terrific achievement.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Try to set up a screen for Blue.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
The Cowboys at 9-3 here on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. He'll look to throw. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a nice one for the stat line, by the way. That last grab is 50th on the year.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, and sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line.
That's another Cowboys 1st down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll drop to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A run straight ahead with Genti.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The New York set to take the field. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Third down and 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Bravo 80. Let go.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Here's 3rd and 6.
Let's go now.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down. McMullen. He's got his target. That's complete. He's still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions.
Because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10. On the give, Genty. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Right back to Genty on 1st down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 55 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd and 1. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Genty. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Here we go. Go.
On the end around, this is Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
Now back to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Brian Thomas with career touchdown number 70. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
They'll look to throw. And that's caught at the 2. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short. So they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think the coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Genty.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Second and a couple.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Stanley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
On the give, Genty.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Second down and 3.
Let's go.
Once again, it's Genty.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Dallas.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jaden Blue, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And New York set to take the field.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. McMullen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Give up the middle, Scatteroo. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
Looking to throw. McMullen. And this throw incomplete. A defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
On fourth down, McMullen. That is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They go again with Blue. And shedding through the tackle. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Offside. Defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth.
Let's go.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
He gets it to Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Ready? Go.
He'll look to throw.
That's taken in by Franklin.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Ready? Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and goal, Dallas.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Robinson, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2.
Robinson again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Genty.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up.
They'll try and run it with Blue. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Cam Little to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing to start the drive. McMullen. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. McMullen. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun. McMullen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
An inside run with Scatterby. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
60 Bison.
From the gun on 3rd down. McMullen.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly the 1st pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is caught. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
And the Giants
back to throw. McMullen. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 7 catches for him now in this last one, a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback, a hot route, so to speak.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, McMullen.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll dump this off to Scatterby. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A.J. Brown, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, that is incomplete.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw.
He'll try to do it himself.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. A 4th down. Pass interference call.
And everyone works hard on 3rd down. That's usually the money down. Get off the field. It intensifies when it's a 4th down. You think you've got it done. You think you've completed the play. Instead, you see a flag. Pass interference gives them a new set of downs.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Let's go now.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, offense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
19 tight, 19.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Hiking, 18.
Throwing to start the drive. McMullen.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did.